I'm talking money, talking money, I'm talking money, talking money. If you ain't getting none, it might sound funny.
What's going on, people? They call me Cheddar. Let's get this cheese. Now, I want to start by saying this is entertainment, not advice. I'm not an expert. I personally, I've seen some solid returns or whatever, but this market has a way of reminding all of us that we don't really know anything. Erica Badu once said, the man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. So, I don't really know anything. You don't really know anything, but I'm inviting you on this journey with me. Let's figure it all out together. So, with that being said, this is Top Tickers. I'm gonna, just observe what's been going on day to day in this market, and if anything catches my eye, I want to talk about it. With that being said, today's special is TIRX. Have you guys seen this? I want you to pull it up if you haven't. Go to your chart. Go to wherever you might look at stocks. Pull up TIRX. I'm gonna try to pronounce this company. It's a Chinese company. If I get it wrong, forgive me, whatever. But it is Tian Ruixiang Holdings. So they're supposed to be a small insurance company out of China, and I have never seen anything like this before. This is why I wanted to record, kind of preserve these thoughts. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this in my trading experience. So I wanted to, jot it down, take some notes, see what y'all think, whatever. Look at this chart. I just want you to see this drawdown from this morning. This there's been a little bit of a bounce back in after hours, as you can see. I think people believe they found the bottom. They're gonna buy the dip. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But today, this was an 80% drawdown. I think I saw it as low as like 85% as one time. We can see the chart right here. We have a high of 97.92 this morning, and we dropped all the way to a low of 12.15. Look at this, 12.15. I can't imagine. So obviously, I've never seen anything like this. I started digging in. I don't own any Tian Ruixiang Holdings. Obviously don't recommend anybody do anything other than trade it if you know what you're doing. There are obviously people buying the dip. We see that, up to 18.59 here in after hours, but that's up to them. I'm gonna avoid this. I've never seen an 80% drawdown on a stock in a single day. So what's the story behind this? There's a lot of rumors, speculation. Who knows? Who really knows? We can we're gonna speculate with the rest of the people. But from what I've looked up, Tian Ruixiang Holdings is, like I said, an insurance company out of China, a small insurance company. Seeing what happened today actually made me go turn on the China Hustle in the background. I turned off CNBC, turned on the China Hustle. Just wanted to refresh my brain about those concepts in general, how people like Roth Capital or whatever are pulling these China hustles in the first place, because the details appear to be another China hustle out of TIRX right here, Tian Ruixiang. They IPO'd 2 months ago apparently. Let's see if we flip back on this chart a little bit. We can go back to their we're on the daily now, and all the way back to their opening day. This is, let's see if we bring this up. Their opening day was not this. Yeah, opening day, here we go. Well, this is the first day I have on the chart. It looks like they opened at 16. I don't know what pre-market was talking about. I don't know what the pre-bank IPO was. I read that they IPO'd at around $4. Whatever the actual price was. We see this open on day one of 16. Let's get rid of this line and then zoom back out. Again, you can see how extreme today's red candle was, but also look at the run up before today. From IPO to today, we're talking about a low of 11 and a high of 103 in a 2-month period, while everything else in the market was kind of gross. If everybody saw how the end of February, I think it was February 16th or 17th, was when the drawdown really started. The tech sell-off started. Everything kind of took that turn. We're seeing, some stabilization here in April, but that's when that happened. Look at this chart. They seem to have survived half of that drawdown to continue to go up, 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 and then today's big red candle. So again, what makes that happen? Well, the rumor is, again, I don't know, I have no idea what would make an 80% drawdown in one day, but the rumor is that obviously, other than it being a low float stock, it was pumped up by a group on WeChat. They used, I don't know if it was like genuinely, supposedly like attractive women, or just profile pictures of what appeared to be attractive women, who knows, whatever. But wow, I'm gonna go back to the 1 minute chart, see if we can see, so we see a little bounce back in after hours. Again, it doesn't look like anything on a chart like this. If you had a stock at $97 this morning and now you see it bouncing from a low of 12 to a high of 19, I don't really think you care. 12 to 19 is not helping you if you open this morning at 97. However, like I said, there are some experienced traders who decided, hey, this was the floor right here. I found this floor around 11:45 West Coast time, and the bounce. If you got this at 12, that run from 12 to 19, including this after hours, look at it. After hours is kind of just ripping. I chose an interesting time to start recording this because I wanted to talk about the drawdown, and now we're already seeing the bounce back. Again, after hours is a little crazy. We saw a circuit breaker on this several times. Look at this right here. We saw the circuit breaker actually go off and halt this stock for several times throughout today. I don't even, I probably didn't even notice what was happening until the second or third halt. And then I started looking up, hey, what's going on with these people? What's actually happening? They closed their IPO 2 months ago. I guess, there's not that many shares available, but these shares were dumped. These shares were pumped by supposedly a WeChat group. This is all alleged. I don't know anything. I don't have WeChat. I'm trying to learn what's happening in this here market to cause some craziness like this. But the story is that there's a group on WeChat where they were using images of beautiful women to convince buyers to continue to buy this stock all the way up to, where it was 97, at some point well over $100. And apparently it might be legitimately worthless. We'll see how this all shakes out, because again, the dip has been bought. We're seeing a run from 12 to 19 just like that, but a drawdown from 97 to 12 in one day, still pretty extreme regardless of, what the outcome is. So it looks like we don't know if the shareholders from the IPO, the bank, whoever, who would have the power to dump this many shares after 2 months of an IPO, but it was an insane run up of 2 months. If we go back again to the 1 year chart, that today's red candle looks disgusting, but if you're the person that dumped those shares and took profits, God, Lord only knows how much money you truly made from shares as low as 11 up to 100, and if you're the one that's dumping, that's causing all this red, you're probably the one in the profit. You dumped on the people that are supposedly buying from the WeChat to help it run up. You're holding shares from the low, from the IPO number, and then you you pick a day when nothing else is really going on, and you catch people by surprise. That's kind of what I see here, is that or the story circulate online. Who knows? Like, there are some holders that are saying what happened. There are some speculators that are saying what happened. This is, like I said, a first for me. I'm gonna read somebody that said they dilution, was part of the problem here. They said the banker IPO 3 million shares, but didn't sell them all to the public. They kept 2.9 million of a wash trade. I don't know, we got to look up wash trade. We'll go into that a little deeper a little later. This is more about Tian Ruixiang as it is. But yeah, the concept of a wash trade. They kept the 2.9 million, had a wash trade of 100K, all the way up to that $100 mark, that ascending wedge that you could kind of see on this chart. If I we'll get into deeper. I can draw lines if it's easier if I do it on Thinkorswim than on here. But let's see, if we just draw this, from here to here, you would see the ascending triangle that they dumped on. Boom, right there. hit. Okay, so yeah, after the big run up, there's a sell off, and then you see that built up ascending triangle before today. We reached the apex on the ascending triangle. It did not break support. It was not bullish. It looked like somebody dumped lots and lots of shares. The volume bar, clearly proceeds well into the negative red candle. So let's see if we switch it up. We see where some of that volume. Now we can look at where that volume, a lot of volume came in, obviously, after hours. Like I said, these people that thought they were going to buy the dip late in the afternoon. But there wasn't even extreme sell volume to cause this drop, but extreme relatively. If you look, prior to, look at what happened before, nothing, and then boom, yeah. So this is I don't know, it's got to be a lesson to some traders. Like I said, I turned on the China Hustle again. It's a movie on Hulu. This is not a ad, not a recommendation. I don't know anybody at Hulu. However, there's a movie on Hulu called The China Hustle that is about this concept pretty precisely. Now, if what people are speculating is true about Tian Ruixiang, then they took several American shareholders for a ride. They're a Chinese insurance company who, again, just dumped lots and lots of money, negative bag holders now into the market on this one stock. And who knows who those bag holders are? I'm sure they'll come to light. I can imagine. I've seen some lawsuits for stocks like Clover and there's the beverage one. I forget the ticker right now, but anyway, I've seen plenty of lawsuits for stocks, so I can imagine that we're going to see some lawsuits come out from some shareholders, some bag holders, whatever you want to call them, the people that just got dumped on. We'll find out some of what happened down the line. I'm sure we'll never know the full truth, but this was pretty impressive to say the least. I've never witnessed a drawdown this extreme in one day on one stock. Tian Ruixiang, I hope you all learned something. Open up your charts, we'll do this a little more. Again, my name is Cheddar. Go ahead and follow me right here, Professor Cheddar, on Twitter. You guys want to talk more about these stocks, any other stocks, we'll get into some more. I just decided recently I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start journaling these thoughts when crazy things happen in the market. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to see what you think, what I think, we'll document it. We'll just put these up and see what goes on. So, yeah, go ahead. Like I said, follow, subscribe, like, all that YouTube stuff. All right, it's been real.
You know it's the cheddar man, ballin' like a letter man.